Shalom, Shalom, Shabbat Adonai. Welcome to the Sixth Exodus program. Thank you for listening. The name of this segment is What Happened to the Followers of Christ? Now, Christ, as you know, is a Hebrew, and as you know, Hebrews are black people. Jewish people are Khazarians, are Edomians, are Hasmoneans, are Canaanites, which are the descendants of Cain. Edomites, which are the descendants of Edom, or it's also known Edomaean. I want to read to you from the book of Mark, chapter 3. I want you to see something. The people who followed after Christ. I want to know what happened to the crowd that following him. They used to follow him. They don't keep his covenant or his teachings anymore. I want to read to you Mark chapter 3. And I think I read the whole thing. Yeah, let's start with verse number 1. Again, he entered the synagogue, and a man was there with a withered hand, and they watched Christ to see whether he would heal him on the Sabbath, so that they might accuse him. And he said to the man with the withered hand, Come here. And he said to them, Is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do harm, to save life or to kill? But they were silent, and he looked around at them with anger, grieved at their hardness of heart, and said to the man, Stretch out your hand. He stretched it out, and his hand was restored. The Pharisees went out and immediately held counsel with the Herodians against him, how to destroy him. Christ withdrew with his disciples to the sea, and a great crowd followed from Galilee and Judea and Jerusalem and Idumea. You hear that? Idumea? Esau folks, the Jewish people, and from beyond Jordan. You know Jordan, Moab, and from around Tyre and Sidon, that's Lebanon. When a great crowd heard all that he was doing, they came to him, and he told his disciples to have a boat ready for him because of the crowd, lest they crush him, for had held many. He had healed many, so that all who was diseased pressed him round about to touch him. And whenever the unclean spirits saw him, they fell down before him and cried out, You are the Son of God. And he strictly ordered them not to make him known. And when he went to the mountain and called to him those whom he desired, and they came to him, and he appointed 12. He also named the apostles, so that they might be with him, and might send them out to preach, and to have authority to cast out demons. He appointed the 12, Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James, to whom he gave the name Barjonas. I'm sorry, Boanerges, that is, son of thunder, Andrew and Philip, and Bartholomew, and Matthew, and Thomas, and James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus, and Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Then he went home, and the crowd gathered again, so that they could not even eat. And when his family heard it, they went out to seize him, for they were saying, "He is out of his mind." And the scribes who came down from Jerusalem were saying, "He is possessed by Beelzebub, and by the prince of the demons he casts out demons." And he called them to him and said to them in a parable, "How can Satan cast out Satan? If a kingdom is divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house is divided against itself, that house will not be able to stand. And if Satan has risen up against himself and is divided, he cannot stand, but is coming to an end. But no one can enter a strong man's house and plunder his good unless he is first bind that strong man. Then indeed he may plunder his house. Truly I say unto you, all sins will be forgiven the children of men. But whenever blasphemies they utter, and whosoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit never has a forgiveness, but is guilty of eternal sin. Well, they were saying he has an unclean spirit. I just want you to see the people who was following Christ, and where are those people today? They have rebelled, and they have plundered and sold God's people into slavery. All that crowd who was following them, the Edomians, Jordan, and all those who follow Christ. It's in the book of Mark, chapter 3. It's amazing, isn't it? And the Edomians are in the country now, but they don't even keep God's laws, nor his statutes, his Sabbath, none of those things. And they eat all those abomination foods. They love to go to America to eat pig. And they even have a pig farm in Anathoth. Yeah, I know you have a pigs in Anathoth. And they still eat pork and pork chops and bacon. And then they want the world to know that they are Jews. It's amazing. Well, there you go. They followed Christ for all his wonders that he did. But they don't follow him today. And they don't keep his laws. Well, thank you for listening.